speech in the Competent Communicator Manual, and the subject of the speech is organize your speech. As Pamela said in the introduction, an evaluation is an opinion. Sometimes we give good points, to the point, and exactly what it was. Sometimes we may disagree, even the speaker may disagree. So this is my opinion, but in my opinion, Freddie really fulfilled the goal of the speech, which was to give a speech that is well organized, with an introduction, a body, and a conclusion. He started with expressions, defining expressions and giving examples of expressions. And that was related to the topic, to the text, to the body of the speech, which was about the Good Samaritan. He started with certain definitions and expressions, and that led us to the word that he was going to use throughout his speech, and the Good Samaritan. The examples and the story supporting his speech was very appropriate. He went back to the origin. I don't think you can go any further back to the origin of a word. And I work with words, so I love that when we go to the origin. And this was the origin of the word Samaritan or Good Samaritan. He was very well prepared. From the very beginning, when he came out to the speaking space, he positioned himself, and he started speaking immediately. Very well rehearsed, very well prepared, and that shows. He told us, after the introduction, he told us what he was going to do. He was going to ask 3 questions. Then he asked the 3 questions, and then he rounded up the conclusion relating to the questions and leading us to a conclusion that was also a moral of the story. We're all neighbors. We are all our own neighbors. And that's in keeping with keep your neighbor. Take care of your neighbor. A few things that maybe Freddie can use for the future has to do with the physical presentation. I think he paced a little too much, but we all do that at the beginning. It's always advisable to take a few steps and then plant oneself, and maybe the first question, ask the first question, what is a Samaritan? And we keep an eye contact with that person, and then you move on. Sometimes a lot of pacing, it makes us dizzy because we're going from one side to the other. He used the whole space, but I think he felt that it was limited because of the lectern. I think we should move the lectern a little bit further away to give the speakers space there. Rhythm in his voice, I think he was a little bit too excited, which is good, but there's also, we need to get a rhythm in the voice and make pauses. Pauses enhance the speeches a lot. Other than that, I think it was a very well prepared speech, very well presented, and it's a very well improved speaker, I think. Madam General Evaluator.